Hi skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2021 ski test. Today we have one of the more interesting skis in our test. This is the Line Blade. We did a pretty good in-depth review on this earlier this year and just had an absolute blast on this thing. I probably put about 4 or 5 days on it and really kind of tried to figure out what this thing was all about, what its capabilities were, what its limitations were, and just had a lot of fun overall. So apart from just the extremely unique shape, it's got some pretty interesting build characteristics too. They start with an aspen wood core, which isn't too out of the ordinary, but the big thing is the metal laminate on top of here. They call it gas pedal metal. Sounds good, easy to say. And it's just this kind of arrow feather tail looking thing. Central cord through the middle, and then, forks off in kind of that downward direction. So the idea is to keep the ski, pretty straight and not flapping, from longitudinally. And then those kind of metal wings that go to the edge, those help reduce the torsional stiffness of the ski. They have to do that because this thing's so wide. It's mammoth. It's 154 in the tip, tapering to pretty well-rounded 95 in the middle. So with that tip shape being like this, you really have to have something to prevent it from rotating, on that horizontal axis, and that's where this metal laminate really comes in handy. Otherwise, this thing would just be a noodle. But because it's so wide, you do have to create a higher edge angle on it. It has they're not really advertising a turn radius on this, probably about 15 meters from what we've experienced. And so for a ski this wide to generate such a short radius, you have to really get this thing up on edge, probably about the angle of this thing here. But really just an interesting construction and design here. Kind of a swallowtail, more like the fish skis and lines model line there, and that helps you get a longer effective edge. These come in a 176 or a 181, so not a whole lot of length options. And I skied the 176. I would like to try the 181 to see what the differences are. But I took this thing everywhere, steeps, bumps, trees, groomers, obviously. Most of our footage is on groomers, but just a really capable carver. Feels like a wide slalom ski. Doesn't really love to be run flat, extra width. And I actually found it was pretty decent in the bumps and the trees. You can make it turn quick, because it's not, just because the tip is wide doesn't mean that the ski is slow edge to edge. The 95 underfoot is actually, pretty quick. And because they're shorter, you can maneuver them around a little bit. Would like had it in some softer snow, but nothing too fresh or too deep. But yeah, that's it. This is the Line Blade. Just a really unique ski. If you get a chance to get on it, just remember to keep those edge angles nice and high. You'll be rewarded with just an incredibly round, short turn, tons of stability, good torsional stiffness for the width and shape of this ski. So check this thing out at SkiEssentials.com. Definitely give this a try and give it a look. Totally unique ski, different than anything we've tried. We'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.